right, going live. Let's see who shows up. All right, can you hear me? How's it working? Brother Robert Ham, how are you doing, sir? Can I get a 5x5 for sound? Do we have any sound? All right, 5x5. So this is actually my first live that I've ever done. So I was basically just doing some experimentation with it here on the phone, and I just got this outdoor fireplace put together. So why not sit in front of it, enjoy a fire? How you doing, Gen X Gemini? Good to see you, my friend. Hope you're doing well today. What is it, your lunchtime right now? Or are you just goofing off at work? Here I am. I'd rather look at the fire. I don't want to sit here and look at myself. You're actually working too hard. Well, working period is too hard. Don't do it. Take my advice and goof off whenever you can. Miguel, oh my goodness. Gallegos? Did I get that right? Welcome in. Appreciate you dropping in. This is actually my first 2 minutes and 45 seconds of live I've ever done. Yeah, thank you, Brother Robert. I think this is this is a lower end fireplace. I'm going to experiment with it and see if I like it. If I like it, I expect this one to rust out here in about 2 years, and I'm probably going to get a higher quality one. Holy crap, why is there 32 people on this live? What is going on here? By the way, for anybody that just showed up and I don't know you, my name's Randall, Randall's Little Adventures, and I'm glad y'all stopped by. If you like outdoor things, go check out my videos. I'm getting a pretty good collection of videos now, and I hope you enjoy them. But right now, just sitting out here, I'm having a cold beverage. I'm kind of actually stealing Andrew from ACR Protect's live time. He's probably not home yet, but he usually does a Friday night live, but we're going to sneak a little one in right here. Wiley 998. Good evening, sir. Thank you for stopping by. Nope, there he is texting me right now. The infamous ACR. Take all the time you want. So I've been watching your vids for a while now. Are you retired? If so, I still have 35 years before I can retire. Man, I feel that. I am retired. My wife and I retired at 52. We retired on the exact same day, and we ran like the wind. We bought this place up here where we're at about a year before we retired, and the very next day, we were throwing crap in boxes and leaving. It's the best thing we ever did. TD Knives and Adventures. Welcome in, sir. Good to see you. See if I missed anything on the chat here. Miguel's from California. Welcome in again, Miguel. Wow, we went from 35 to 7. All right. All the riffraff, I guess, just hit the road and left us by ourselves. See, after I get the deck built, I have thought about building a fire pit into the deck. That is an awesome idea. That really is. And I thought about it a couple of times, but I don't know. I'm going to turn y'all around a little bit so don't get sick or anything. This deck is composite. So it's a 25-year guarantee deck, and I didn't really know how it would react to a fire pit actually in the deck. Denny Adams, welcome in, sir. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Oh my goodness. And there's the riffraff coming in now. Hey, brother, ACR Protect. Yeah, I had to give it a try, man. We just got our actual what do you call that fancy stuff? Fiber optic installed like 35 minutes ago. Yeah, I don't even think it's been that long. But we just got it installed, and I really just kind of wanted to give it a whirl. And it's working pretty good so far. It feels good to almost be coming up into the 19th century a little bit. No more hamster internet. We're going to let the hamster retire. The generator is about wore out on his wheel anyway, so poor hamster's had enough. Like I was telling everybody, Andrew, I know this is usually your time for a live or coming up here pretty quick, and I just wanted to do a short one, just experimenting that this thing will actually work now, which it does. And but I got tired of freezing out here on the back porch without a fire pit, so now we have a fire pit as well. Yes, thank you, brother Andrew, for that, for the likes. Let's see. Yeah, Robert. Yeah, this deck is the only way to go. It costs quite a bit, but what do they say? Buy once and cry once. I cried twice, but, you know, it was worth a good cry. Got it out of my system. Out splitting wood. I think I'd just have a heart attack if I split wood. I've got too old. I just drag out the wood splitter and just listen to my knees creak trying to move it around. It does pay for itself in the long run. The last one here, of course, I have no way of knowing how old the deck was when we moved in, but it was definitely end of life. And it was just rotting through. And I'm hoping this stuff holds up really well. I am going to be doing a little experimentation on this fire here. I don't want to get too carried away because I don't know how hot it's going to get down there on the actual boards. I don't think it's going to get overly hot, but I'm going to give it a whirl. If it gets too hot, I'm going to have to add something underneath. Wood splitting is my workout today. Wait, Tactical Muffin Top snuck in. Good to see you, brother. How are you doing today, sir? Yep, welcome to my first ever live. And instead of looking at my ugly mug, I gave y'all a fire to look at. How about that? No, let's not do that, Andrew. I would prefer not to catch my whole house, the deck, and then set my chimney on fire. I do appreciate it though, brother. Yeah, I'm hoping this decking outlives me. That's for sure. Yeah, I know. One thing about your firewood, it will run off every mosquito in a 3 county range. I do like that about it. And if you're cold, you can be warm really quick. Pardon me, guys. I got to do something with the fire here. I just lit it. All right, Miguel's leaving. Have a great evening, Miguel. Hope you take care. Stay nice and warm over there in California. Stone-coated roofing shingles. Wow, that's a hell of a warranty there, Robert. That's real nice. I think our roof was in really good shape when we moved in here. And quite honestly, I think I got about one more roof left in me. And then the house could just fall down. I don't think we'll care. Oh yeah, that oak is good and cured. She burns with aggression. So did anybody do anything interesting today? Anything going this weekend? Oh, your pine's wet? Yeah, that's going to be a hard burn. You're going to do some cocaine and hookers. Well, I'll come to your funeral after that. I imagine DJ will put you right into the dirt. This fire is kicking. It feels pretty good too. The chimney is doing about as well as I expected. About half the smoke is just exiting stage left, right out the side, but oh well. It's not my face, so I'm happy about that. Yeah, she's sitting right there listening. She's acting like she's not paying attention, is she? Oh, she just thinks you're an idiot. Yeah, so that was pretty exciting stuff getting fiber optic today. Really enjoyed that. Or at least I'm hoping I'm going to enjoy it. So far, I'm loving this little fire pit. We'll see. It's really thin, though. I have a feeling that I'm going to burn this thing out, knowing the way I build fires. Of course, it's nice and warm just sitting here with that fire in it. No, it does not make it out to the office. It carries about 3,500 square feet. And I asked the guy about it, and he said that I would have to put boosters on it to make it out there. Which I have some boosters, but I hadn't gotten around to trying them and seeing if they work properly or not. I mean, he literally just left our driveway half an hour ago. And I was way more interested in actually having a beer and sitting in front of this fire. Yeah, boosters. I mean, the only other way to do it would be to have like a whole nother service, and I'm not spending the money on that. Although this service is half the price of what we were paying before, so I could actually add another service and be paying the same amount. It does deserve a black quad. Unfortunately, I don't have a black quad because somebody stood me up, did come camping to bring me another black quad, and it was really unfortunate. Hey, you can come up this weekend, Andrew. It's only going to be 20 degrees at night. It would be fun, they said. They'll bring extra. I'm just kidding you, man. Those things are those things are pricey. I do have out in the fridge. I think I've got one more dragon's milk. I've been enjoying about one of those a day. I really like those a lot. It may not be quite the goodness of a black quad, but it's pretty close, I think. And I can actually get my hands on it. Right now, I'm having one of these. A Hotzilla IPA. These are brewed right here in Texas. They're actually pretty good. And they hit pretty good too. Yeah, I found actually a variety pack of them, and I picked it up, so I've just been giving them a whirl. But quite honestly, it said variety pack, but they all taste the same to me. Oh, really? Over on 290 and 610. Isn't that? No, that's not close to where the old Budweiser plant was, it? Let's see, Wood Roberts say I'm going to have to scroll back and miss it. Let's see. That could have been it stood me up. I don't have any idea. I'm not pointing any fingers, but anyway. Yeah, I understand, dude. I'm just ribbing on you. I've got only so many friends, and unfortunately, you're one of them. So, oh, that's right. Budweiser was on 10 on 610 East. Thinking about beers, I think I'm going to go grab another one. I'm just going to leave y'all with a campfire for a second, if y'all don't mind, and y'all can sit here and watch it pop. Make sure it doesn't burn my house down. I'll be right back. How about that? I came back and the viewers went up. I was here and the viewers went down. I think the internet's trying to tell me something. Ooh, that's a wow. Wow there, Brother Robert. Let's show. Yeah, Shell, I hear you. It's actually working really good. Now, if you're sitting in those chairs on the other side, I don't know how it'd work out. So I went and got me a different beverage. I'll turn y'all around a second. I wasn't saving this for anything special, but this is pretty special for a first live. So the Dragon's Milk, and 11% alcohol by volume. But I really wanted to show y'all this. Check out this bottle opener. Now this has been around a while, and you can tell it's got some age on it. A Craftsman bottle opener. Mainly off grid. Good to see you, dude. Welcome into the first ever Randall's Lit Adventure Live. You know, Craftsman have a lifetime guarantee. If I break this opening a bottle, I could get a brand new one. How many bottles would you have to open in order to break that? All of them. I smell mayo. Oh my God, here we go. The seltzer and the mayo. The fight is on. We're going to have to put y'all at 20 paces and let y'all throw mayo and seltzer at each other until there's only one left. There can be only one. Man, that fire pit is kicking some heat. Holy cow. I'm going to stick my hand under it here and see how. Oh, she is cool as a cucumber. Oh yeah, no problems yet. Of course, there's not a gigantic bed of coals in there either. Bistic, welcome in. Good to see you, sir. Mayo hits harder than seltzer. I'm going to have to take y'all's word for it. I don't think I've ever been bombed with either one of them. Thank you very much. Brand new fire pit. Just put it together this afternoon. Straight out of China, of course. We're going to see if we can actually get more than 2 seasons out of it. I said at the beginning, my thought process is I got a little bit less expensive model, and I knew it wouldn't last. But if I really like a fire pit sitting here on my back deck like this, I'll probably get one that's a bit more substantial, that'll have some longevity to it. But I didn't really want to spend a bunch of money and go, no, I don't like that. Oh, that sucker is popping. The wood's dry as bone. I don't know why it's popping so much. Let's see, participants. I'm just learning how to do this on my phone too. I do everything on my laptop, so this is almost alien to me. The wife said that the fire is getting nice, so she's actually going to come out here and join me with it. That's a rare occurrence. Usually she just flees. You could come all the way up to there and not be seen. Get a little closer.
This means I can't type now.
So, Brother Mainly, are you headed up north to your place this weekend, or you go every weekend, or how's that working this time of year? I bet you it's cold as hell up there. Adventures with Ken, welcome in, sir. Good to see you. Welcome to the first live of Randall's Little Adventures. I think mainly said I've had enough of this seltzer shit and left. I don't know. Man, y'all are rocking those likes. 6 people and 11 likes. Did you see at the beginning, it went up to like 35 people were in here.
Yeah,
They probably was like, who's this loser? I gotta go. This wood is burning good. It's burning pretty fast though, which is kind of surprising out of red oak. But it is getting almost, it's about a season and a half old, so it's starting to lighten up a little bit. It's not rotting by any means, but it's really kind of past its prime. I'm going to put another one on there if it wants to slow down. Plenty warm, tell you that. Just found a new hair removal program. Look at that. Clean as a baby's bottom right there. It singed every bit of hair off my hand. Negative 11 degrees. Oh, no, thank you. No, no, no. I spent my time up in the cold country. I'm done with that. I lived out in, well, the nearest village was Corona, New Mexico. It'd start snowing in September, and it'd get pretty brisk in the foothills of those mountains. It was cool, but I'm done with it. What's that? Now?
Oh, no. I don't know what mine's doing.
You're behind. Oh, that firewood's going good now. I don't know. I don't know if this thing works as advertised. It looks like there's smoke pouring out of every corner all the way around it. But at least it's going straight up, so there is that. No, I made one trip one time up to north of Casper, Wyoming, and it went below 40 below zero. And people that say after it gets under zero, you really can't tell a difference, have never been below zero, because 40 below was bad. battery in my car froze solid as a brick. I made sure to winterize. My radiator was good. I didn't even think the car battery freezing solid. It took 11 hours. I just took it inside, and it took about 11 hours close. I didn't have it right in front of a heater, but it took about 11 hours to get it going. What's up?
There's a wagon. Here, let me jump out.
I don't know about this thing popping. It just popped an ember out. It doesn't seem to be doing anything to these boards. It'd be cold, all right with cold temps if there's snow, but we only get snow every 6 or 7 years. Yeah, the snow's really nice when it's falling. My problem is when it just turns to gray slush on its way out, and it's just miserable. Think it's going to bend, Mystic? It's entirely possible. It is very possible. I think this thing only cost, I think it's around 180. So that will give you an impression of the quality of this build. You're trying to get your fire going too. Good luck with wet wood. It's doable. Just got to work at it. Turn this around. Anybody that missed it? We're having a little bit of dragon's milk. The name almost sounds cool at first, except drinking milk from dragons, I don't know. A little bit odd, but it is a really good beer. You wouldn't want to sit around and drink a whole bunch of them, or you'd be in trouble. It is pretty warm, isn't it? Negative 70 degrees. Oh, hell no. I wouldn't want to have anything to do with negative 70. I'm not going outside, and you're going to have to shoot me to make me. I don't have any kind of gear that can deal with negative 70. You drank the whole pack of dragon's milk at one time? Oh, I bet you were suffering. I bet that head felt like a rotten watermelon. Sounds like my New Year's Eve. It's funny, the screen, oh, you've got your keyboard up, so. Oh yeah, that's a good frame. I bet you were ready to come back home. They would have opened the door on the airplane. I'd just been like, nope. Take me back wherever you're going. There would be no Randall's Little Adventures in negative 70. Be Randall's, I'll see you next spring. So what do y'all think? Do y'all like the fireplace view, or do you like interacting face to face? I'd kind of like to know. Personally, it's a little weird staring at my own face at the screen. Yeah, I understand that, Robert. A mixture of both. Both. Y'all just can't get enough of this handsome mug, can you? Nobody's ever asked me about my poor hat yet. See them little notches right there? When we were moving, I had my hat in storage, and a rat actually gnawed some chunks out of my hat. That was nice. I mean, it was a really expensive hat. Now it's just a everyday beat around hat. Yeah, I'm kind of with Mystic. I'm kind of liking the fire as well. I mean, it's cool having a constant. Such a handsome devil. Well, thank you, sir. Yeah, it's an old ratty hat now. That gun thing will last years too. I won't ever wear this thing out. My last hat, it just never did quite fit right. My old brown one that I wore in a lot of my videos, I finally just got tired of fighting with it, and we had a parting of ways. Of course, I've spent a little bit of money on this one. It fits better than any other hat that I have, so go figure. At least the fire kind of settled down a little bit. Holy cow, it was going crazy there for a minute. It was popping like crazy. Yeah, it's probably getting pretty close, Andrew. I guess are you done splitting all your firewood yet, Andrew? Are you out there having a heart attack right now? Should we call 911? I guess DJ's there. She would call 911. Gen X, are you still with us? Did you have to go back to work? I say work. You're probably in there goofing off. He's sipping on his mayo beer. Oh my God. Man. I'm glad I don't think I have a weakness to anything. Thank goodness. It's hard to actually working and lurking. Yeah. Good deal. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's hard to, we go out and do these camps. It's a little hard to actually, well, Andrew has been buying usually the food when we go out. And I kind of like that because I'd hate to bring something that he just despised. Especially watching him eat one of those 20-year-old MREs that was a brick. It tastes like flattened rat. He gave me a bite of it. That was the worst tasting MRE I think I'd ever come across in my life. I wish I could remember what it was. Okay. He said his MRE tasted just like disappointment. Mine wasn't actually too bad, but I actually got it. It only got about halfway warm, so mine was kind of disappointing too, but at least it was swallowable. His wasn't even chewable. Not without some false teeth or something. Oh, this fire is rolling now. Flames have gone down a little bit, but the heat is coming out. Should bring more MRAs. Yeah, I'd like to do. I would like to try. There's a bunch of them that I hadn't tried yet. And actually, if you watch my Simmerwell video, I did the Lunch in the Woods with Simmerwell. The wife actually picked me up some of those. Those are by far the best backpacking meal that I've ever had. I mean, it was literally like it came off your stove at home. And all it was add hot water. They were really good. They had that. They had a pretty. And they weren't unreasonable. I mean, they were $13 even if you bought them individually. But yeah, we wound up buying some more. But they're a tad bit on the slow side for shipping. How long ago has that been since we ordered the Simmerwell?
Probably 3 weeks. But
Three-
they said 3 to 4 week time.
Yeah, they say it's a 3 to 4 week time delay before you get your shipment.
They just started on.
Yeah, they're brand new, so they don't have everything quite logistically right, I guess. But it was well worth the wait. I enjoyed it. My plan is probably the spring too, Robert. I would like to do another backpacking trip, and that is almost has to be an MRE trip, just because toting fresh fruit out there in a backpack along with all the other gear is just, it's brutal. Don't enjoy it that much. Ooh, that was a nice whiff of burning in paint. Let's see. Smoked salmon MRE. Really? Smoked salmon. I would try that. Sounds pretty good. Little funny story. So what was it, Ike? The hurricane came through. We were actually in LaPorte, Texas. Our elevation was 19 feet from sea level. We were right on Galveston Bay. And lost power, lost a lot of services. The National Guard was there handing out MREs. In that year, I think I had spent like $24,000 in taxes, and I was like, I'm going to go get my MREs. I paid for them. I paid for all the MREs. We had 5 cars. I just kept going around and getting MREs. They just had like an endless supply of them.
They were just marking the tire.
Yeah, and they would mark the tires so you couldn't drive back in till the next day, and they'd use a different colored chalk to mark your tire. I had 5 cars in the driveway. We ate MREs for like 6 months, but the funny part of it is my wife was taking MREs to for lunch to work, and they said they were wanting to set up a collection for her because they thought she had lost everything. She's like, no, we just got a whole crap ton of MREs. So I think I just about cleaned them all out. I think I wound up, the heat accidentally got about the last case. But my God, we had a pallet of water in the garage, cases upon cases of MREs. Unfortunately, I think I had a lot of the pork rib that kind of reminded me of the McDonald's rib. It's okay. It's okay. But after you've had it about the 60th time, you're good for the McRib. Could be worse. My dad was telling me years ago they got cut off in Vietnam, surrounded and cut off, and they were dropping food in via helicopter. And he had smoked oysters, leftover World War II sea rations for 3 weeks straight for 3 meals a day. He never ate another oyster in his entire life. If you said we're going to go have seafood, he's like, I'll stay at home and have a peanut butter and jelly. But he did finally get around where he liked shrimp good enough to come out and eat seafood.
And crab legs.
Oh yeah, he did like crab legs. But if you flung an oyster at him, he would probably shoot you.
I need to wrap it.
Yeah. But anyway, folks, this is, my gosh, time flies. It's already been 46 minutes. We're going to wrap this up, and maybe Andrew will have a live, and we'll go check him out and see what kind of no good he's doing tonight.
He got his fire started.
He got his fire started? I missed it.
No, I said if he
Oh, if he got his fire started. Yeah, you never know with him. I don't know. Think he can beat this one? Yeah, man, I like MREs. They're great. Well, I've had some no great ones, but most of them are quite edible. And I can make a meal of it. Not likely. You don't think Andrew can start a fire? It all starts with the wood. If you don't have good wood, him and his damn wet pine. But I tell you what, that first camp we went on, he did have a good fire. There was not a mosquito within 14 miles of that place. Them poor Girl Scouts who were over there about 2 campsites away from us, I'm surprised they weren't all on oxygen. I'm surprised we weren't on oxygen. I don't know, we may make this an even hour. I think that has something to do with the algorithm as well. So we're going to go for about another 12 and a half minutes, and then we're going to wrap up and finish up this beer. Granny Southern Corner, welcome in. It is good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you coming in. This is the first ever live that I've done. We're just out here checking out I got this new outdoor fireplace and we're checking it out. And so far it's working really well. I may throw one more piece of wood on it for our final 12 minutes. Just to get this heat going. Oh, the static is so bad. Got one small piece here. Let's see if we can get it in here. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. Like I was telling everybody else, we're trying out, it doesn't cost that much. It wasn't a high-end outdoor fireplace, but if I like where it is and so far I'm enjoying it, I'll wind up getting a little bit better one that's got some lastability to it. You could use a fireplace in Florida. Yeah, I did pretty good that time, Robert. I didn't go ahead and set my shirt on fire or anything. It doesn't look like, I would like to have seen that a little bit wider space, and I might actually modify that some. It looks like all the smoke can't come out the top, and it's actually boiling around. You can see right here, it's boiling around the sides. Oh, can Can y'all hear that? The coyotes are starting. It wouldn't surprise me if you could cook on top. I mean, it's flat on top. I'm sure there's... It's pretty hot up. It's pretty hot up there. I don't see why you couldn't cook on it. It might be a little slow. Yeah, I think the obstruction is literally just the spacing right here, because it is open. It's just not. It needs to be about that wide. There's only like 1.5 inches, 2 inches of opening. I think it's the same issue that I'm having on my actual fireplace in the house. It's got like a double rain cover. It's got one on the inside and it's got one on the outside. And if you get a good fire going, it backs up into the house. I think I'm going to get up there and cut that secondary cover out from underneath the first one. Let that thing flow, man. They put those tops too close. And that smoke just sits in there and just starts rolling. I am in East Texas, Grannies. Here in the Piney Woods. Yeah, I grew up in this part of the country and I moved away and I worked on the Gulf Coast for like 30 years and me and the wife retired and we moved up here about 3 years ago. Got to retire a little bit early before I was too crippled up and come up here and enjoy some of life, so. Yeah, we have really enjoyed this place. Marshall, Texas. Marshall improved greatly. They used to have a traffic circle in Marshall that was like a death trap. I'd never seen anything like it. Of course, us two Texans are a little bit dumb to be using traffic circles anyway. But Marshall would back up forever if you hit it at the wrong time of day. They finally got rid of the stupid traffic circle and now we're okay again. I went through there not too long ago. Got about 7 more minutes if there's anybody new. We're having us a little bit of dragon's milk. We're getting on down there. I'm going to finish up this beer and then maybe Andrew will have a live. It could be. More than likely, Robert, it's called poor planning. I think the other cover, the main cover on top, and I'll show it to you. I'll probably actually video it. I think it was an afterthought, and they just put too much blockage in there. There is some good barbecue here in Texas. Although all barbecue is not created the same, even here in Texas. You got to be careful. Yeah, but I've just been way too busy lately to take on another project, and that fireplace is going to be a project. Oh, good, the wind shifted. You can see, got this umbrella, the smoke's actually filling up my umbrella. That's nice. Well, it's got the chimney opening, and about this far up, there's a plate, a solid plate that's on top that looked like maybe an original rain cover. And then they came back at some point and put this larger rain cover that covers the entire chimney. And I think with both of them on there, that's causing a blockage. That's right, Granny. You got to have a good pit master. And unfortunately, the wife thinks I'm it. We don't go eat barbecue anywhere. We eat it right here. Let's see if I can spin you around. So I got the grill for everyday grilling, and then I got the big Oklahoma Joe down there. That's what I do most of the cooking with. And I do have a gas grill for traveling, but we don't talk about that. Oh, thank you, honey. It's only the best pit master around here because you don't have to get in a car and go anywhere. I'm cool with that. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Robert. Just restricted airflow. And plus, the fireplace is not quite as high as the top eave of the house. So you have the top eave of the house here and the fireplace is over here. The wind, of course, comes from the north in the winter. It's coming over the house and it's hitting the fireplace. When the wind's blowing, it forces that air. So you're fighting. Also, that cold air is trying to come down the fireplace and it just makes a mess of it. Like everything else on this place since I bought it, everything has to be reworked. And we've reworked a lot. But we've upgraded the electrical. We've redone the pool. The pool had to be replastered. The wiring in the shops had some work. Yeah, I think that is a problem, and I've kind of got a little plan for that, and I don't know how well it's going to work out. Really, the chimney needs to be about 4 feet higher. I'm just not too enthusiastic about bringing out some bricklayers and making it higher. KP Heathen, how you doing, brother? You're just catching the tail end of this live, the first Randall's Little Adventure live. We've been on here almost 1 hour. I'm going to wrap this up, and then we're going to go see what Andrew is doing, if he's even doing a live. Was driving. I get that. I used to do a lot of driving. I'm glad I'm done with that. But we've been sitting here. I don't know if I just freaked everybody out or what. Because all I did was try to flip my screen, and my phone went nuts. But anyway, we've been sitting here enjoying the brand new outdoor fireplace that smokes like crazy. Just kind of letting the fire burn down. We're going to wrap this up in another minute or so. I wonder, I may do bad things, but I'm going to try to adjust the screen. Oh, too close, too close. Sorry, guys. Nope, that's as good as it gets. So, favorite wood when cooking or smoking. So, I like pecan a lot. Pecan's probably my favorite smoking wood. That and apple. I like apple a lot too. It kind of depends on the meat. If it's a beef, I'll go with pecan. If it's a pork or a poultry, I'll probably go with apple. I could just add a 4-foot pipe. It might work a little janky because my fireplace doesn't actually have a pipe running through it. It's just all open fireplace. Maybe somebody smarter than I could figure out how to get the smoke to go from an open hole basically into a pipe, but it won't be me. I thought about that as well. I even thought about adding 2 pipes and going up a few more feet. Yeah, apple is super with pork. I like it. I really do. Well, the sun is setting and the coats are already starting. I don't know if y'all been able to hear the coats or not, but we're going to finish up this beer. We're having a dragon's milk just to kind of finish off the day. Let's see how it goes here. Got about one more in her, and that's about it. My problem is around here, masonry is slim. Now, I had some guys, if you looked at some of my posts, I had some bricklayers come out, and I would probably rehire them. They did a lot of work to the internals that needed to be done on the down inside the fireplace because it was designed wrong from the get-go. Yeah, it does most places, Robert. We just don't have code here. You could have a tin can inside your house with a stovepipe. They just literally do not care. And plus, this house was built long ago, so that's the kind of things that you deal with when you buy. You know, my God, how long has that been ago? A 60-year-old house. You're going to deal with some stuff. Anyway, cheers. Thank you for joining me on my first ever live. I hope y'all have a great evening. Maybe we'll see if Andrew actually gets a fire started, or we get to see Andrew freeze to death. That's always fun, too. There was more in that than I thought there was, but I wasn't going to stop. But I hope y'all have a wonderful evening. And I'm going to do some more. Got the nice fireplace. Why not? 1853. I bet you that thing needed a thing or two. Holy crap. I would be absolutely terrified. But anyway, my friends, y'all have a great evening. We will talk to y'all soon. Good night, everybody.